Welcome everyone to Kiwiradio.nz, your weekly showcase of what's independent, alternative and new, coming from Aotearoa, New Zealand Down Under. Molly Devine is joining us this week. She's a vibrant singer-songwriter, signed to Timeless Records and known for her soulful voice, heartfelt lyrics and dynamic live performances. You may have caught her, in fact, last week in Auckland as she did her thing over there. And, we'll see what she's up to. She's actually on the phone right now. Hello, Molly. Welcome to the show.
Kia ora, how are you doing?
Very good. Excited to have you. And how was the gig? I said last week, but it's actually a few days back.
Oh, no, I think there's been a confusion. So there's two of us on Timeless Records, and it was actually Maddie Lowe that was a big fan. I was just I was just her biggest fan in the audience.
Were you front row?
Of course.
How'd it go down? Give us a
it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, so it was Timeless Records, which is a brand new record label. It was their first show. And it was completely packed out there. So Maddie Lowe was my student last year at a school. I used to be a high school teacher. I now teach in tertiary, and she was one of my beloved students there. And she's studying this year in Wellington at Massey University, but she came up especially for the show and managed to pack out the crowd, which was so awesome for her. And she another one of my students supported her as well, just by chance, that I teach now in tertiary. So it was a very proud night for me and a really good night for Timeless Records. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I actually heard about you through Timeless, thanks to Keith.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You came into my radar, and I checked out some of your really funky, cool music, and I thought, man, it would be really cool to have you on the show. And here you are now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you for including me. No, it's really awesome to be here.
Excellent. Well, we're going to try and introduce your music to some new ears. In fact, there are some people logged in right now on the YouTube channel where you can interact with the show. Head over to youtube.com/@Kiwiradio.nz, and big shout out to Alan Wallace there, starting the fires in the chat room, which is excellent to see. And we hope you enjoy the show for the next hour. If you are new to this podcast, we're all about the storytelling, the art of storytelling, because every song has a story, right? So that's
totally.
Well, for anyone, you mentioned you did high school, now you're tertiary. It seems like music's a big, important part of your life. But take us back to the origins of why you connected with music and especially writing your own music.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so I think I was born loving music. I've always sung, which is really how I started, was singing. And then I fell in love with the piano. We had a beautiful piano when I was growing up, and we used to get a concert pianist. He would come around to practice on it because it was so beautiful. And I used to just lie under it as he used to play Debussy and Bartok and all these sort of beautiful impressionists. And I really think that was quite formative for me. But then along came Led Zeppelin into my life, and that sort of took me in a whole different direction. Woo! For most of high school and the start of university, I was a real rock chick. And I was into all that sort of old school 70s rock. And then I went to Otago Uni, where I was still kind of writing collaboratively with bands. So all through high school, I wrote rock and a little bit of NZ dub in bands, and it was all very jam based. And then I got to uni, and the professors there were like, there's other artists, not just Led Zeppelin. And I was like, oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, it was a big surprise to me. Yeah, so
that's nice. I'm glad you were very passionate about Led Zeppelin. If anything, I mean, their music is amazing. So it's a good, basics and building blocks from in which you are now flourishing because you're signed to Timeless Records. You've actually got 2 songs
Yes.
out at the moment. So we'll get started with the music showcase. If you are in the chat room, the artist is called Molly Devine, and I want to ask the chat room if there are any other bands or artists that also share the name Molly. If you know any, head over to the chat room. I'd just be curious to see, and also just trying to get people to engage. But anyways, welcome to the show. Now, Molly, we're going to play your first track here. Tell us about To Be.
To Be, yeah. So this was the first single that has come out of this new project that I worked on. I actually wrote all these songs in a very short amount of time when I had COVID at the start of last year. And I was kind of sitting in my house kind of wanting to be outside in the sunshine. It was summer. And I kind of imagined playing them to a big crowd of happy people I think, like, I really pictured it on the grass, outside, dancing in the grass. And, yeah, sort of like a summer festival vibe. And then so I put the songs together, but I honestly think it was a lifetime's worth of ideas and vibes. The second song's called Good Vibes Only, that kind of came into the music. I feel like I'm quite a positive person, and I've struggled at times to put that into my music. Actually, now talking it through, probably because Debussy, Bartok, and Led Zeppelin aren't exactly the brightest, happiest sounding
They're
music.
Not quite
so
Taylor,
whenever,
I get it.
yeah, exactly. So when I went.
Yeah.
Yes, and really extended forms, and and I was really into that, and I still am. I really love all of that sort of wild and free music. But I was in a disco band when I was in Dunedin. We were called the Dodgy Disco. It was so fun. So we were called the Dodgy Disco Party Band, and we made dodgy disco music, and it was quite formative for me. Like I really, really enjoyed performing that and playing that. So when I was visualizing what I wanted to do with this music, I was like, well, there's got to be disco. So, So I put a disco beat on. Actually, to be honest, I went on YouTube and I typed in disco beat, and I just started like singing along to it and added some chords. And the demo was really not very good. And I took it to Greg Haver, the producer, and I said to him,
Manic Street Preachers guy, right?
You know it, exactly. And I said to him, I've got this idea, and do you know any people that might be interested in a project like this? Thinking he'd pass it on. And he goes, oh, yeah, this sounds great. And we jumped into the studio, and they really brought it to life. But it felt like by the time I got it to Greg, I knew what it was going to sound like. Like, I had this vision, but I really hadn't put it down very well for him. But he got it. And we passed it on to the band, who was an incredible band, and they just kind of took it further than I ever could have imagined, into just the most fun disco wildness. So that's the story of To Be. To Be is the line To Be is about just being. So it's this kind of has this build up, where it says, someone give me the strength, give me the energy, someone give me the drive to be the best I can be, someone give me the heart, someone give me the dignity to be. So it's sort of like this striving, and then it just relaxes into to be, and you can just disco away. So that was the vision behind it, to be able to just let loose in a field with all the people you love and have a really good dance.
Well, I'm just gonna close my eyes, pretend I'm in an open field right now. Might even make myself a floral crown or something like that in my imagination. But there we go. Close your eyes and listen to this one. Molly Devine is in the building. Hello again to Ellen Wallace, and to anyone else listening. You're tuned to Kiwiradio.nz. We're simulcast upfm.co.nz and sponsored by the lovely Musician Buddy app. More about that later, but for now, here's the first song called To Be. You're locked into Kiwi. Here every Tuesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. New Zealand time. Enjoy.
There's a version of me in my head that doesn't stand up when I write it down. It's a withering eye on my neck that hates me for mine. Will we wondering? Someone give me the strength, give me the energy. Someone give me the drive to be the best I can be. Someone give me the heart, give me the dignity. Someone give me the will to be. When I started to sing, I'd come alive, finding pieces of me to mirror on the outside. What a beautiful mind, I would say. A wind in the trees, a willowy wondering. Someone give me the strength, give me the energy. Someone give me the drive to be the best I can be. Someone give me the heart, give me the dignity. Someone give me the will to be.
You're locked into Kiwiradio.nz. It is currently Tuesday, 10th of June, 2025, 20 past 7 in the evening, and it's a dreary, rainy day up here in North Auckland, and you should see like the brightness, the smile just went straight to my face, especially that Moog solo, whatever that was at the tail end of it. Oh, I was just having a lot of fun with that. And of course, Molly has just joined the. Oh, that's you, Molly. I'm having a senior moment. I thought it was a different Molly.
Oh, that's me.
But thank you so much. You can now interact with Ellen or whatever there. But yes, and this is so fun. And going from those dodgy disco bands to now, doing your thing and with Timeless. I see you've got music videos as well, and you get to go all sparkly and blingy. I mean, it all comes together. If you're not having fun listening to Molly Devine, I don't know what you're doing. But you can check out more of the good vibes as we're actually going to play that song next. But more of the good vibes on her own official website, which is what we like to see. That is mollydevine.com. mollydevine.com. Wow. I'm having fun already. I'm having fun.
Good. I'm so glad you mentioned the disco solo. That was an amazing moment in the studio. Yeah. So Stephen Small, who was on the keyboard, he's actually my boss now. He wasn't at the time, but during making the EP, we went up for a coffee, and he said, I'm head of songwriting at SAE, the School of Audio Engineering, and we want someone like you. And anyway, it's less than a year later, and now I'm the head of songwriting at SAE. So that's really funny like that. But he absolutely nailed that disco solo. That he really got. He's a style genius. He actually has 2 doctorates in style. So when he came to the disco, he knew exactly what to do, and he did that solo it was just so fun. And then there's also a note in the chorus that goes do 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 like this. It's just like held out on the piano, and we were all going, something's missing. And Stephen just played that one line, and we go, okay, the song's finished. He just knew exactly what to do.
So much fun.
When it came to disco, yeah.
I think you're one of those fun, bubbly characters that, I don't know, first few seconds of meeting you and your passion, and this is what we love about Kiwi Radio, is the community and passion. It shines straight away in the first couple of seconds. But you're bloody good too. You're bloody good. So the talent and the passion matches the music. I definitely need to take a page of what you're doing and up my own level. I write songs as well, and I've been writing songs for a long time. I even took it seriously and took some Jason Bloom workshops. He writes with Britney Spears. It was just really interesting dissecting the art form of songwriting, because he was telling things like, coming up with a catchy title. And then he even said things like, depending on your word count, it will gravitate towards certain age groups. Justin Bieber will have less word count, whereas Bob Dylan might have more. And there was so much to the artistry and crafting and workmanship of music, which is essentially, we're in the business of feels, aren't we? So it's I think it would just be so fun to maybe go to one of your classes or something, maybe workshops in the future for Molly Devine. Who knows? But I'd certainly be getting those tickets. But in the meantime...
Absolutely. Yeah, we'd love to have you at SAE. Yeah, we always have a lot of fun in class. And come along, join the party.
Awesome. Well, I'm doing one of those things. I'm sort of having a gap year. I used to do tech, and now I'm sort of working in disabilities and, making sure people hit their goals living with a disability. But this year has actually opened up...
Really? That's special, yeah.
But this year has opened up
really cool.
a lot of time, because it's not a traditional 9 to 5, a lot of time writing music. I mean, I've been writing so much music this year. It's probably, I'm at the peak of productivity because of the schedule that I'm in. And so when I look to other people doing the same thing, I mean, like, for example, I went to Instagram.com/Molly Devine Music, which is where you live, and you did your chorus songwriting thing all of last month as a challenge.
Yes.
I love things like that because I don't know, it just shows your passion and your workmanship of 10,000 plus hours into what you do, and you definitely get better at it, right? Those people that are, the Diane Warrens, right, who are songwriters for so many artists behind the scenes, if you were in Nashville, they'd plonk you with all sorts of songwriters, and they'd do it every day. You'd probably be writing 3 or 4 co-writes every day, and I love that. I love that energy because, as Kiwis, we can be a little bit chill, watch the rugby, mate, check us another beverage, But it's fun to see someone so driven and passionate. So you're definitely a light for others, a beacon for others to follow, and I'm excited for what you do next. Now, we've only got
thank you.
we've only got 2 songs today, which can you give us some teasers as to what you might be working on next, or what's in the Molly Devine world, especially with Timeless Records backing you there?
I'm so excited actually that you've asked that, because it's all very secret at this stage. But I've got a show. Yeah, here we go. Here's a secret. So we've got a show coming up. It's the 20th of September. And alongside that show, I've got 2 songs coming out. So the next 2 tracks that are part of this project. So it's going to be called Good Vibes Only Night. And it's just this idea that Keith and I, so Keith is he is Timeless Records. He runs the whole show.
Yeah, I interviewed him last week.
He's brilliant, isn't he? Isn't he brilliant?
He's got a good why behind what he does. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were teachers together just last year, and then he started this record label, and he's really, really doing amazing things. And he's actually a comedian. Like, that's a huge part of his life. He has many, many hats, but one of them is he's a really fantastic comedian. And I thought disco, comedy come together.
Yes. Yes.
create a super, super fun night. So we really want you there.
I'm
and
there.
it's going to be so fun.
It's funny you say that because comedy and good vibes is like my two jams, and you're mixing it into one night. I love that.
Love that, right? Yeah, I felt that. I felt you'd be the person for it.
yeah. Well, I've actually been to one other gig that did just that. They just had an MC, a host, right? It wasn't a comedy slot, but he just had the charisma and the jokes, obviously. He was a good in-betweener with each music, and that was one of the most memorable gigs that I've been to. So I'm all about dad jokes and good vibes.
Yeah.
Add a best dress to that gig, and I'm.
My goodness, you're so right.
Add a best dress to that, and I'm going to be competing. I'm gonna try my best to win that.
Absolutely. I didn't even think about best dress.
Speaking
That's
of, if you want the gear, currently we're sponsored also by Stephanie Beck, who's got a fantastic country song called Country Strong. She's giving away a pair of boots thanks to Texas Clothing. And head along to her Instagram right now, and you could be in the chance to win $400 boots for you and one friend. So there we go. Make up some aliases or whatever and enter multiple times. I don't know. I certainly love the store as well, Texas thing. I love the hats and everything like that. So check them out. And thanks to Stephanie Beck as well. Now, if you are what you say you are, you're a teacher and people give you songs all the time. I actually wrote a song yesterday, and I'm keen to share the world. Are you okay if I share it with you?
Please do. Okay. Absolutely. Workshopping. Yeah, totally. This is what I do all day. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry to work you overtime, but I personally am quite excited about this one. I love my job. Recently, I found a notebook from 2011. So here's my story time, and I'll make it brief. A notebook of 2011 of lost songs. I was cleaning the other day and found it. And I was like, oh, wow, this is great. I've got these lyric bites, and I kind of forgot the original melody idea. I had, bits of it, but I wanted to redo it. So it was an old song, but redone. And yeah, I hope you like it. Basically, the song is called Superhero. I played it to my 3-year-old son 3 times yesterday. He likes it because it's got the word superhero, but his critique was I need to write more songs about Ninja Turtles. So I will definitely, think about that for next time. But the idea behind this song is sometimes, and this is why we align with good vibes, sometimes you're on the social media or on the internet, and you might just kind of butt heads a little bit about something that's not so important. And so this was my idea of putting on a shield for any energies that maybe came my way, and I didn't feel like I needed that right now in this space and time. So it's called Superhero. It's a 3-minute radio song, and I hope you like it. We'll go back to Molly Devine. I don't normally play my own music. We normally have artists play 3-song set, but since we've got a bit of a breathing space tonight with Molly's 2-set song, I thought I'd play it in the middle. So I hope you enjoy it, and any comments in the chat. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest, to play it. Because as a young dad, I only get time to record vocals for very brief moments. And for this one, it was at 6 o'clock in the morning. So here we go. Kiwi Radio, brand new from the studio. This is called Superhero by yours, Ralphie.
In no photographs, I was paper thin. I had no shadows to hide from. I was a superhero.
Okay, there we go. That is the rough cut of Superhero. Very nervous to play that, to be honest. I can already kind of hear certain mixed things, and I don't consider myself a singer. I'd prefer to. So, if there are any artists that want to work with me and maybe have a ghostwriter in their team, I'd love to do that for you guys. In fact, I want to say special shout out to Finley Drums, who's been sending me stems in the background. So we might have a thing going, and it's all thanks to this platform. You know, those cross collaborations. I love it. So watch this space. What do you think? Honestly, Molly Devine, it is pretty rough. So.
Oh, it's beautiful, and we're always our biggest critic. I think it's really interesting you don't see yourself as a singer because, you know, your voice was saying so much of that story, and you know, it's your story too. So I get it that I get it that you want to pass it around, but you've got a beautiful voice, and the lyrics were really beautiful, and
thanks.
Yeah, great use of hooks. You were putting the vocal line throughout the arrangement, and that was really clever. So
thank you so much.
I'd give that full marks if you handed it in.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you. And I took a page of Kanye West on that one, and I'll go to it in detail.
Okay.
Because, you know, sometimes, and I heard this from Jason Bloom, the songwriter with Britney Spears, he said, too many ideas, you know, people can't focus on what. But then Kanye drops this song with two verses saying different words at the same time. You know, you give me money. I think British. I saying she's a gold digger, and then there's two lines and he just rewrote the whole thing, the whole rule book. So I took a page of Kanye and reused loops of verses, and there we go. But thank you, that really means a lot, and maybe I'll just keep trying it. And as they say, you know, I think Bob Dylan even said this in an interview where he didn't like his own voice, but sometimes, as you say, it's your story, right? So I really like that.
Totally, and I think people, like, that's one of the things people really love about Bob Dylan is how raw it is, you know, and it makes it feel so real, you know, when it's not perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Back to you, Molly. You are I consider you next level, and I'm very excited to hear your music. So, and I love what you do as well for the next gen, and being a teacher in music. You must be so fired up and excited about your job, much like me with disabilities. You know, isn't it nice when, like the other week, I was teaching someone who's living with a disability, but teaching them the theory side of driving, and you know, it was just those moments of you know, giving them space to grow. And I love seeing that in others, right? You must do so as a teacher too, right?
That is my absolute favorite. And we have such a diverse songwriting class. Pretty much everyone in the whole class is neurodiverse. And it's just so cool that everyone feels really welcome. Yes, totally. And just like such bravery for some people to even come. People that have really not fit in at school. Some of them didn't even make it to the end of high school because they didn't feel like, you know, that they could get anything out of it. And they're there now writing amazing songs, and we're all looking after each other. And that's just my favorite part of the job, really.
I love that. The nurturing side of growth. And sometimes we're told as a society to fit in certain shapes, but you know, some people just kind of fall outside of that. And music is such a great medium. It's poetry, it's artwork in a 3-minute form or whatever like that. And so being in neurodiverse communities like myself as well, you know, I work with people with autism and OCD and other mental disorders and physical as well. There's one of the modules that we've learnt is assume they can, and that's a saying that we have, is because sometimes when you look at someone and they might have a physical disability, for example, you assume the worst, right? But I work with someone who's extremely intelligent, hyper focused on certain topics, but when they talk about it, extremely intelligent beyond my education and knowledge. So always assume they can. Always assume they can. And music is such a good healer, be it trauma or whatever like that. This is why I do the podcast. I get to connect with such beautiful souls like yourself, making amazing arts and mediums of enjoyment, making purpose and passion in every day through audio and listening with stereo headphones. It totally makes someone's day. We will go to the second track right now, and this is the jam. This is the one you've been plugging. It's Good Vibes.
Oh, yeah.
You're even going to be naming the next gig in September 20, Good Vibes, so it must be something special to you, but we'll let you explain.
Oh, it is. Yes, so this is a funny one. Good Vibes came from really bad vibes. So when I went to write this, I was like going through a breakup, and it was a really, really bad one. It was taking me a long time to get over it. And I had a mirror that I got from Bunnings Warehouse. And
this podcast is not
mirror.
sponsored by Bunnings. We're more of a Mitre 10 kind of guy, because Mitre 10.
Interesting.
Sorry, anyway.
Yes, and they do the better coffee at Mitre 10.
And sausage
I also
fundraisers. Come on.
Sausage fundraisers.
Anyways,
and I
moving
was
on.
there yesterday, and you can still have dogs, because I used to be like, oh, maybe Bunnings is better because you can bring your dog, but no, you can bring your dog anywhere now, so that's good.
We've started a new internet war there. It's like the Wallabies versus All Blacks. We've started that.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, totally though. It's definitely a fierce battle we could have. So this mirror, circular mirror, and it says Good Vibes only in neon lights around the outside.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? That's the chorus. So just put that on loop, and then I came up with this line. For a while there, I was sad and lonely, but now I'm living on good vibes only. And then you just sort of jam out with some good vibes for a little while, and like it starts pretty dark, but it's still kind of fun and bouncy, and then it sort of goes to this place of that only comes with time, where you can go, good vibes only, and you're back in that field with your flower crown on, dancing with all the people you love.
I love that. You are such a positive soul. Now, Good Vibes comes with a music video that you can watch on Timeless Records. So just type out Timeless Records, Good Vibes, Molly Devine on YouTube. There's spandex and everything there, glitter as beyond the imagination. You really should just check it out. Looking absolutely gorgeous in it too, Molly, may I add. And an amazing video. Let's get it up to 2,000 views. It's almost there. It's only
old. Please. Is it nearly there? Yeah,
1,900
cool.
right now.
Please.
1,900 views with, let's get it to 2K and we can celebrate like it's Y2K.
Yeah.
Excellent. It says here it's a heartbreak disco anthem for dancing your way into a better day. Shall we play it?
Yes, please.
You're locked into Kiwiradio.nz with my wonderful guest tonight, and go check out her wonderful website. I'll plug it again. It is mollydevine.com, and that's Molly Devine, DEVINE.com. All right, let's go play the song and then conclude the show. You're locked into Kiwi.
You said it felt so good at the time. I couldn't wonder why you need more. I couldn't wonder what she's giving that I ain't got. But this time, don't come over, don't come over. Love needs motion and let it go, yeah. Don't come over, don't come over. Only good vibes only. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes only. Good vibes, good vibes. I couldn't remember how you held me. I couldn't remember how you made me feel like I was the one you cared for like no other. motion, I let it go, yeah. Don't come over, don't come over. On a while they're all inside and lonely, but now I'm living on good vibes only. Good vibes only. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes only. Good vibes, good vibes. There's so much space in my heart. I put my life at the stars. There's so much space in my heart. I put my life at the stars. So don't come over, don't come over. Love needs motion, I let it go, yeah. Don't come over, don't come over. For a while they're all sad and lonely, but now I'm living on good vibes only. Good vibes only. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes only. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes only. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes only.
Kiwi Radio.
Good vibes, good vibes, good
Oh, yes.
only.
Bringing you the good vibes every Tuesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. New Zealand time. The wonderful Molly Devine is joining us today. Got a couple of lovely artists visiting in studio. We have Amelia Power joining us on Wednesday, 25th of June 2025, a midday live stream. Lucy Lou also coming up 16th of July 2025. And if you want to be part of the show, be it via phone call or in person, hit me up at kiwiradio@proton.me or instagram.com/kiwiradio.nz. Enough of that plug. Speaking of plugs, is there anything else you'd like to share other than that the secret stuff happening in 20 September?
Oh, anything else I'd like to share? Just my gratitude. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And yeah, I really look forward. Oh yeah, the Ragahorn, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all on the 20th of September. It's going to be such a fun night. So do make sure you come along. It's a big fan. And yeah, very, very grateful to you.
You too, and also shout outs to Duncan Harwood that's just joined the chat room there. Cheers, Kiwi Radio. Thanks, Duncan. Appreciate you saying hello.
Thanks, Duncan.
We've got others people watching too, but sometimes they just like to, flick it in the background and chill out. And so we love that too. We love everyone tuning in. In fact, we've been averaging 200 to 600 people each Tuesday night. Can you believe it? I don't even know how many people we reach on replays, but we want to thank every single one of you for sharing the good vibes, because it's all about cool Kiwi tunes here at Kiwiradio.nz. It's even in the name. Molly, thank you so much for taking your time this hour. You've certainly, I don't know, sometimes when I hear some good tunes, I have this renewed energy in me, like I feel like I could do stuff for another couple of hours, and I feel like your music injected that good vibes into my day, and I want to say thank you for being such a beacon, and I wish you a creative journey with Timeless Records, which, by the way, I should probably plug their website. There's details about Molly and other people on there. I believe it's just you two signed, right? It's you and
yes,
cool.
me
That's
and
awesome.
Maddie. Yes. So we're very, very lucky to be with Keith. It's such an awesome record label.
Yeah, it looks legit cool, and so it's in my bookmark actually. Timelessrecords.nz. That's timelessrecords.nz. Very easy to remember. Say hello to them on socials and mention Kiwi Radio. Sent them your way. Molly, thank you so much again, and wish you stay cool and stay creative. Love your music. I would, if I was a teacher, I would rate that. Is there one above A? I think it goes to S plus, doesn't it?
Yes, we just do exemplary at the highest one you can get.
That's
So
the one.
thank you.
That's the one.
Thanks for that.
I love everything about it. The fidelity of the audio, obviously the melody and the music. Everything about your music is spot on. I'll share you a little disco story, and you might enjoy this because do you know Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Murder on the Dance Floor lady?
Oh, you know I do. Yeah, yeah.
If you don't remember, it goes, "It's murder on the dance floor."
You better not kill the groove, DJ.
Oh, I was going to beatbox. Yeah, that one. You would do well with that cover for sure. But I was a waiter for 2 years over in England, very high profile clients, and one day Sophie Ellis-Bextor walks in and I got to dish up her dinner, and I was fanboying, but we had a no speak policy. But I felt like as I was dropping the plate, I felt like roller skating backwards or something and just being my silly self, but I had to act professional, suit and tie and everything. So but there we go. That's my disco story. Do you have any good disco stories, be it going to a gig, bumping into someone you think you didn't know was there, and just a good feel-good story to conclude?
Well, this is not about meeting anyone, but it was my favorite disco moment.
That will do.
The Dodgy Disco Party Band was, we were playing at the Midwinter Carnival in Dunedin, so down in Ōtepoti, and the whole octagon down there was full of people all rugged up in the middle of winter, and we were playing some songs, and we started playing We Are Family, and I said, come on everyone, we're going to start a disco conga line.
Oh, yes.
And yes, so we started a conga line, and anyway, it was about 500 people long by the time we all had to go home.
Did you check the Guinness Book of Records for you might have broke records?
Well, they weren't there, but if they were there, I'm 100% sure we would have. It was so fabulous.
Wow.
And we had to keep playing because it was our last song, and so we had to keep playing it for about 15 minutes.
Extended bridge, right? And guitar solo,
yeah.
Rhodes solo, just solo everything.
Solo everything, yeah. So that was really, really fun. That's my favorite disco moment. But hey, who knows? Maybe we'll start. Well, I don't know if we'll all fit
September
500 people in Big Fan, but.
Yeah, well, Big Fan I still haven't been to yet, so it'll be a good icebreaker for me. I've been meaning to go. Only thing is I'm so far from the central Auckland. I do go to your gigs, people that tune in. I do go to gigs every now and then. I've been to a few, and when I do, I usually bring a video camera or so, or a podcast mic. I try and enjoy myself and not work too much, but I do try, but bear in mind, I am so far from Central, but I might make an effort.
Yes, and parking in Morningside can be crazy. So, yeah.
But sometimes
if you get there nice and early, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to find those good vibes. And I think I will be one to enjoy one of your concerts, especially if there's full band, Molly Devine in the building, and some fun disco. Speaking of, I think that last song deviates from disco a little bit. That's what I just wanted to quickly say that. I know I was meant to sign off, but that had pockets of soul. Like, it was kind of.
Yes.
I love that. So who knows what you'll bring next? It's really interesting.
Exactly.
What you've got on the plate
I'm
there.
not bringing. Yeah, I'm not actually bringing disco for the next two releases.
Wow, okay.
But there will be disco, yes, which is that's a little bit of a secret, isn't it? But the concert will contain a lot of disco, but I'm definitely going kind of funky for the next one, and then really soulful for the next one.
Nile Rodgers, that kind of thing.
Yes, yes. And our reference track was "Pull Up to the Bumper." So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we've got Marika Hodgson on the bass. She plays in
I love her. She's in everyone's
God,
band, but she's one of the best bass session players. Did she play bass on that last
Just
one?
Incredible. She did.
I should have known it.
It was such a treat, to have her on the team. She was just so on it. Yeah, the funkiest person in the world.
Yeah,
for sure.
Knows how to lock it, pocket, and all that fun stuff. Molly, thank you so much. I'm going to wrap up the show because it's 8:03. We've done well with the storytelling. So well done.
Yes.
And hope to see you again on the podcast or just see you around in the music scene. And I really look forward to just seeing what you do with your music for this year and next year. I think you are definitely an artist to watch. And thank you for coming on the podcast. Stay cool, stay creative. And I'll say bye for now.
Thank you so much. Ka kite anō.
Molly Devine, everybody! That is Kiwiradio.nz. That is Kiwiradio.nz. Thanks so much to Duncan, Alan, and everyone tuned in. Send us a message at Kiwiradio.nz on Instagram or attach MP3s of your own music, kiwiradio@proton.me. And I'd be so glad to play it for people here. We do this every Tuesday night, and coming up next week, we have a fantastic local band by the name of the Revooms. Revooms? Is that how you say it? RVMES. I think it's the Rooms or the Revooms. I don't know. If you know how to say it, then let me know. But they'll be joining us on the 17th of June 2025. I gave you a couple of live in-studio ones coming up as well, but if it's all on our website, you should just check it out. And please keep it locked. Tell your friends about this wonderful podcast, and we'll see you again next week. For now, enjoy the tunes, and peace out. Bye.